Welcome back to the 2023 APP Newport Beach Open. We are getting you set for the women's doubles winners bracket final between Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge and Simone Jardim and Parris Todd. This is the 1-2 punch, the 1-2 seeds here in women's doubles, getting ready for a showdown. Parris Todd getting warmed up on the court. Her and Simone Jardim have been perfect so far this season in terms of making it through the winner's bracket. Looking to do that again today, but if anybody can test them, it is the duo of Barr and Fudge. So this is a little bit different than what we saw in the semifinals, where these two teams have a lot of familiarity both with their teammates and with each other. How does that change the dynamic of this winner's bracket final?
Well, we saw these two teams in the final in Cincinnati. We saw these two teams in the final in Mesa. The final in Daytona. That's part of, for Jardim and Todd, right? We talked about it as far as the complacency and stuff. Each time that Jardim and Todd play against Barr and Fudge, they make adjustments on the next one. Each time that Barr and Fudge play against Jardim and Todd, they make adjustments. So it's for these two teams, it's the continual adjustment. I think in Cincinnati, Fudge and Barr really pushed them in the winners bracket final. They pushed them to 3. Had control, and it was just a couple of mistakes here and there that were the difference. But for these two teams constantly playing against each other, if there isn't that adjustment, then these games aren't as close, and that's why we're seeing these close matchups between these two.
Yeah, I mean, Chad, you're hitting it right on the head. That's a difference here between these two teams and why we see them up against each other so much in winter bracket finals and in gold medal matches, is because two veteran teams that make in-game adjustments, and then not only do they make in-game adjustments, week to week before they face each other again, they're talking, right? You have Todd and Jardim practice together. Fudge and Barr are very close off the court. They talk constantly, and they're all trying to figure out, what do we need to do to take that next step? And it's Jardim and Todd saying, what do we need to do to keep these two off our back? And for Barr and Fudge, it's what do we need to do to overtake them? And so you're seeing that, and it's great competition, and we're going to see this a lot throughout the rest of the year.
And it starts in just a moment here at Championship Court. The APP Newport Beach Open Women's Doubles Winners Bracket Final. A chance to go to Championship Sunday and play for the gold. On the line here between these two teams. If you lose here, you have to play again if you want to make your way back to Championship Sunday. Jardim and Todd, who you're looking at, Susannah Barr, getting ready to serve. Good speed up there by Jardim, well defended by Fudge, but then in a spot where Susannah Barr could not return it. 0-0-1.
Ooh, Parris Todd missing a sitter right there. She's got it on the forehand.
Yeah, good finish there from Barr. And a good ball from Fudge, catching Jardim in the transition area, getting it right to her toes.
That's just good coverage in the middle from Jardim. She makes you think you got a hole there, and Fudge tries to flip it, but Jardim there for the cover. That's that. Again, we sound like broken records a lot of times, Chad, but it's that center mass, and right, it works, and that's what Barr does on a ball up right at Jardim. Barr missing an opportunity, Fudge missing an opportunity right there.
Zero 1-1 for Todd's serve.
That ball's just a little deep.
Puts them on their second serve.
She miss hit the overhead.
Exactly.
Well, miss hit the overhead and miss hit the forehand right there. But, it's tough in that situation there. Fudge mishits the overhead because she doesn't get behind it. She kind of drifts with it a little bit.
Nice spot there from Jardim as, again, Barr not covering in the middle enough.
Yeah, Jardim made the adjustment on that speed up from Barr, but she took just a little too big of a swing.
1-2-1 for Fudge's serve.
Ooh, ball just sailing a little long off the paddle of Parris. Todd is getting a little later, so it's getting a little cooler here too. That ball going to get a little harder and sail a little further long.
I was just going to say, showing some frustration because she knows exactly where she wants to hit that. Wasn't able to execute on that point.
Barr all over that one too. Again, I'm sorry, it's just fun to watch these four play each other because it's each player reading the other and reading what they're doing and making the adjustments on the fly.
Ooh. Not intentional there. Catches the net cord and kicks it up. But Todd stepping up, being aggressive on that one. The previous couple of points, she got a couple of balls that were sitting up. Wasn't really aggressive on them.
What Fudge getting out of the way of that? Just misses her shoulder.
Yeah, the thing about when you know your opponents as well as these two know each other, you get into a situation where we have a lot of side outs. We have a lot of really well-constructed points. And that's certainly on display early in this game.
Well, Chad, it's you and I. Again, we relate everything to baseball. It's like a hitter seeing a pitcher a lot. I know what you're going to do. You know what I'm going to do. Who can execute it better? And that's exactly what we see with these two teams.
Well, you better believe I've studied my spray charts before you get in the box.
Yep, exactly.
I already know your tendencies, your hot spots.
Right. And I know that you know that I know that you know that you're going to go there. So
it's all psychological.
Oh, gets Parris Todd right in the left ankle.
Susannah Barr doing a good job aiming for the feet there, making it just a really tricky place to try and return. Barr a little surprised as the ball again not getting any love off of the net. Parris Todd, and that forehand is just so dangerous when she places it correctly.
Yeah, Barr got caught in the transition area there a little bit. Tough situation, tough spot to try to keep that ball down from. Judging a little late on that one. Weight falling back. Let's see if we've got. I mean, the wind's swirling a little bit. I can't tell which direction it's going in.
Barr can't pull her paddle down fast enough. The ball probably going out.
2-5-2 for Fudge's serve.
Two of the 3 points for Fudge and Barr are return serve errors off the paddle of Todd.
Fudge and Barr clawing their way back into this game. Trailed by 3 points. Now with a chance to tie things up.
Yeah, good spots there from Jardim. We also saw once that ball floated up a little bit, she took a couple of steps back away from the kitchen line to give herself positioning.
Todd was on it. She read the lob, but just comes a little too over the top of that.
We have 4 net cords there in that one.
In 1 point.
6-4-2 for Todd.
And, Chad, you hit on it, how many let cords we had in the point before, and then we get 2 more in this point. That's the margin of error for these ladies right now. That's how
Yeah.
that's how close
Anything higher than the couple of inches over the net,
right.
it's trouble.
His left hand. Went lefty on that defense right there, did Susannah Barr.
Megan Fudge with the serve here.
Yeah, nice drop there from Barr. Good adjustment from the previous drop.
We've talked about it before. She has such a good third shot drop. It's very aggressive. It's not very loopy. She keeps it low and puts a lot of pressure on her opponents.
Yeah, the spin from Jardim there on the inside-out forehand creates that pop-up off the paddle of Barr.
It's hard to reset that ball flat down the line because of that spin.
6-5-1 for Todd.
And Jardim got caught. That ball skipped off the line on her, and she pulled the trigger nicely. That's an adjustment on the fly right there, and works out perfectly.
Timeout called on the court here. Todd and Jardim up 7-5. So far, a battle of familiar foes here in the women's doubles winners bracket final. Todd and Jardim with the slight edge. But this is where we see them be so dangerous, is they'll get this slight edge, and then typically we'll see them make those adjustments. They'll take advantage of whatever weaknesses their opponent is showing. So what do Fudge and Barr have to do to keep this first game close and get back into it?
Again, it's play clean. Again, it's the answer to most things, especially at this level, this late in the draw. Play clean, keep that ball in play. But again, it's those let cords. We laugh and joke about it, but that's a sign of really, really good play, is your margin of error is so low that they're getting those let cords and going over. They're not hitting those let cords and coming back. Both sides are going over with that, meaning they're keeping that ball low because they know if they go 4 or 5 inches over the net, they're going to get punished. So, again, it's playing clean, keeping that ball in play. And right now you're seeing Fudge and Barr switch sides often right now and trying to mix things up.
Fudge was trying to get out of the way. She actually hit that ball while her feet were outside the court. Ball just kept following it. Oh.
Looks like we're going to get a new ball.
Ball went underneath the bleachers.
Went under the bleachers, and we got some spillage of some something down there, courtside, that's red and running out.
Serve going long there for Todd, so it's Simone Jardim with the second serve.
So the change of pace on the serve from Jardim that caused Barr to overhit it a little bit. She had to rush forward.
Wow, that's such a good drive there from Jardim as she's got Barr in the transition area.
Todd almost stuck her paddle in front of that drive.
Sets up game point opportunity here, 10-5-2. But well defended by Fudge and Barr.
So they fight off one game point here. Good spot there from Susannah Barr. She doubles up down the middle.
Simone with the change of pace there to send that dink just barely over the net. Barr can't get to it in time. And then they turn to power on the next point.
Yeah, you just got Barr and Fudge on their heels right there, backing up through that transition area.
Second game point opportunity for Todd and Jardim.
Oh. that ball the Barr hit was going out, but Todd was going to hit it because she was locked into that firefight.
Barr trying to speed it up right there. Doesn't work, and that is game one to Todd and Jardim.
And so it is Jardim and Todd taking game one. Barr and Fudge look to come back here in game two when we return.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Manage ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
The APP is presented by
Pickleball Magazine, Level Up, and Zealous. Welcome back to the 2023 APP Newport Beach Open. Parris, Todd, and Simone Jardim taking game one and getting the first point here in game two over Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. Todd with the serve.
Oh, that works. Two in the middle, off the tape, and just drops.
I should have brought my big jacket.
It's in the 60s here in Newport Beach.
Ooh, wow.
Big forehand.
That ball jumped off the paddle there. Let's tie things up at one apiece here in game two. Oh, hey, another funky bounce there, Chad. It's like there's something going on underneath. Jumping up, grab it.
Oh, dear.
Those robotic balls. Remote controlled.
What a firefight it always is between these two, but it's Todd and Jardim who come out on top.
Yeah, good controlled point there until that ball pops up just above the net. Like you talked about, Don, we're seeing so many net cords because if given the opportunity that firefight starts,
Ooh, that's a nice little 60% flick there from Megan Fudge to get the pop-up.
yeah, splits that one through the middle.
It's the only spot that can happen because she's got Jardim on the run a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right ball for Barr to speed up there.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I know that wasn't the right ball for Barr to speed up there.
100%. Yeah,
And
100%.
nice deep return there, pushing Jardim back off the baseline.
So 1-3-2, the score for Todd's serve. Barr immediately giving the reaction like she wants that one back. She knew what to do with it. Sent it low into the net.
Good adjustment.
Yeah, make up for it there. But I think the thing to do with the one before that was let it go. Ball's probably going a mile out for her. But again, make the adjustments in game and then give it right back.
Unforced error on the serve there.
When a ball gets tight to the net and I watch Jardim go to get it, I get worried if I'm up there because she's got so many options from there where a lot of players don't have options. She can do so much from there.
Good communication there. Fudge and Barr switching sides. And finally, Jardim taking the angle that'll get them the ball. That was an impressive point construction.
Good pressure there from Fudge on the dink, getting Jardim about 2 or 3 feet behind the kitchen line.
2-4-2 for Jardim serve. So much power from Parris Todd.
Yeah, and if you take too big of a backswing like Barr did right there, by the time you start coming forward and combine that with the power, that ball is already behind you.
Oh, a little half scorpion there to try and slap that down by Susannah Barr. Oh, what good defense, though, from Todd to keep him in that there, and Jardim.
5-3-1.
From up here, it looked in, but we got a bad
Well,
angle.
we
had
also
a bad angle.
can't see the sideline.
I think Barr was ready for that speed up there from Todd.
Certainly looked to be.
Yeah, she's sitting on that forehand
She
right
took
there.
a full swing.
Yeah.
So a timeout called on the court. Barr and Fudge working on their biggest lead in this match. 7-3. They're up by 4 after dropping game 1, 11-5. Doing a good job taking Todd and Jardim and putting them just seems like off pace a little bit. Talk to me about what you guys are seeing about how they're able to continue constructing these points that turn into winners against Jardim and Todd.
Well, I think more so it's the fact that Todd and Jardim have become impatient. They're speeding up balls where they're not in good position from, and Fudge and Barr are sitting ready for the counterattack. We've had a couple of really good cross-court battles from Megan Fudge and really putting some pressured dinks in there, but it's been more so the out-of-position speed-ups from Todd and Jardim.
That's such a good return from Parris Todd out of the timeout. Puts a lot of pressure deep. Oh, and Fudge and Barr are looking up going, hopes and dreams, let it go, because they're looking at this going, that's going to drop.
Sending up a prayer as the ball passes by.
Good spot right there from Susannah Barr, and Fudge and Barr continue to add to their lead. But again, Chad, that's the little half flick there from Megan Fudge that created that. Oh my goodness, the counter from Parris Todd right here.
So it's going to be Simone Jardim with the serve, trailing 3-9-1.
I like it. It's there.
Yeah, Todd's just catching a few too many of those backhands late. Taking them straight into the net cord.
Oh, wow.
You heard Jardim yell no there on that point. She knew that ball was going out, but
Ball might have been in the trees, let alone the backdrop.
Todd got a paddle on it, tried to put it back in play. Instead, it's going to be ball back to Fudge and Barr. And now they sit just 1 point away from taking game 2 of this women's doubles winners bracket final. A timeout called on the court.
But, I mean, again, Todd trying to absolutely blister every ball that she gets. Mm-hmm. That ball there, she doesn't need to try to kill it, right? She's taking that so far back, catching it at the hips, hitting straight down on it because she doesn't want the ball to come back.
We've seen more success from Jardim and Todd when points get elongated, right? They can set themselves up. Right now it seems like Parris Todd is trying to force the issue right here and end points too soon. That ball's up there for her to take a swing at, but not at the amount of pressure she's trying to put on. She can put that on at about 80%, roll that down at the feet, force another ball that they get up about chest high that she can actually go for. But right now, that's just not the answer. They need to get into these points, elongate them, and wait for the right opportunity.
And the first task ahead of Todd and Jardim is to defend this game point opportunity here. Megan Fudge with a chance to win game 2. And that will do it. The flick from Megan Fudge goes down the line and inside the baseline. Let's take another look at it.
I mean, here we go again, Chad and AJ. Winner down the line there for Megan Fudge, and we're going to 3 again with these two teams.
Talk about a broken record. When these two teams come together, we are always in for a great match. And why not play another game here at the APP Newport Beach Open? We'll have
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Hey, take
for...
a check.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time. 002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Retirement. It's not all one big vacation. It's great to find purpose by trying a new activity. Keep an active social life, but don't forget to make new friends too. As always, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Isn't it wonderful to be retired?
And it all comes down to this in the women's doubles winners bracket finals. Simone Jardim and Parris Todd taking on Megan Fudge, Susannah Barr with the serve. A decisive game 3 to decide who goes to the gold medal match.
So the wind right now, Chad, it seems like is at the back of Todd and Jardim because those drops from Fudge and Barr just died.
Feels like it has gotten consistently a little bit breezier and a little bit chillier, undoubtedly chillier as the day has worn on. The marine layer pushing in from the Pacific. Just a few miles away is that ocean from us. 0-1-1, Parris Todd with the serve.
That's good serve there from Todd, right on the line.
Another good ball there from Barr. Putting good pressure on down at the feet.
1-1-2 for Simone Jardim.
Kind of stood straight up on that, and she came through it. She knew it as soon as she made contact. Just long right there off the paddle of Megan Fudge. Ball definitely long.
1-1-2 for Barr's serve.
Oh, what a return from Todd right there. Good pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pace on that one. Stayed flat, slid through the court.
Good dig right there from Parris Todd. On the speed up from Barr, forcing the error.
2-1-1 for Jardim and Todd.
Megan Fudge dotting the sideline. It's definitely got cooler here. The later it gets, that ball going to start to speed up even more.
It's the 1st of July, but Southern California is known for June gloom.
Caught. Done for the push off there, left foot from Barr. Oh. Good resets there from Jardim. First dig from the feet, and then a couple that she was able to take out of the air.
4-1-2 for the Orange County native, Parris Todd.
Good pressure there by Barr, staying and hugging that kitchen line. Not giving Todd enough time to set her feet.
Yeah, Jardim getting caught, trying to come back there. Todd stepped over, took that ball.
2-4-1 for Fudge's serve.
Good 1-2 combo there from Parris Todd. First to the forehand, or the backhand, then to the forehand of Megan Fudge.
3-4.
Yeah, good pressure dinks there from Fudge and Barr.
That was tough right there because that ball is almost pretty much right on the line. Very close right there, as you see. Great work by our crew right there on the camera down the line.
Couple of missed returns from Todd.
And that gives Fudge and Barr their first lead since they led this third game 1-0. Megan Fudge pumping a fist, as well as Susannah Barr, as they come back for this timeout.
Now again, we'll see too. We talked about it, during commercial. Does one side favor the other? Because it was 11-5 and then 11-3. Looks like it, and it looked like it to start this one too, because it was 4-0 Todd and Jardim to start. But now Fudge and Barr going on a run of their own here. But we'll see if one side does favor the other.
Parris Todd, like I mentioned, originally from Orange County. She now calls Florida home, but she said it's been a lot of fun being back here in Newport Beach. She's got a lot of friends and family and some close ties. So it's been fun for her to be back among this crowd.
Jardim goes, I was on the ground. And she was. And
originally had called it out, but as you can see by the replay there, it paints the line, and Jardim apologizing, saying, didn't have a great angle on it. I was on the ground.
I think Parris Todd's the one who told her, yes, it was in, because she didn't have the angle on it. And it's a 6-4 lead on the end change here for Fudge and Barr.
So Fudge and Barr doing a good job to work their way back into this game. At one point, trailing 1-4 earlier here in this decisive game 3. And if anything, it actually feels like they've started to get some momentum here in game 3 to build off of what they did in game 2, which they won 11-3. So if you're Todd and Jardim, what do you have to do here to get back in, take the lead, put the pressure back on Fudge and Barr?
Well, I do think it's still elongate those points. Get Fudge and Barr moving side to side, as they can move and keep them moving side to side and create some holes and opportunities. Such a good recovery from Todd and Jardim. They were on their heels. Megan Fudge had 2 overheads that she couldn't finish. Oh, and that's a good serve right on the line from Parris Todd.
Yeah, it's broken down a couple of times on the forehand side for Todd in those dink rallies, trying to add a little too much topspin.
Barr just dropping a little too far off the kitchen line right there as you see her get the top of the tape.
6-6-2 for
Right now, it's just too much of a steady diet to Jardim. She's not making the mistakes right now. Parris Todd's made a couple, and you're going to Jardim, and Jardim's just answering every single time. And right on cue, not saying it's a bad shot from Parris Todd. Well, he's on it.
But she's also attacking from a couple of feet behind the kitchen line there. And you'd had success getting up there and controlling the point.
And right there, that's just not the spot to speed up at Jardim.
Ties us up yet again here in game 3.
Good pressure there from Todd. Heavy top spin on the forehand and backhand side.
7-7-1 for Jardim.
Unforced error there from Susannah Barr. Again, trying to go back to that forehand of Parris Todd.
Nice return there. Tough to drive off the back foot and that deep.
Todd with the serve, 8-7-2. Strong angle taken there by Barr, pushing Todd and Jardim all the way back to defend that.
We saw it at the beginning of that replay right there. Jardim hits a backhand. She wasn't even looking at the court to get it back in. Unbelievable get.
Megan Fudge taking a look at that ball says, it looks a little wonky.
I think there's a flat spot on it.
That's how hard these women are hitting it.
That's either from Parris Todd's two-handed backhand or the overhead right there from Susannah Barr.
Let's take another look at this last moment here. Megan Fudge with the first serve.
Big finish there from Megan Fudge.
And that is our 5th tie of this third game.
But again, Todd speeding up from a position where she's hitting up to Fudge. The big counter attack.
Great get by Susannah Barr, but Parris Todd just takes advantage of Fudge and Barr being dragged to one side of the court.
Well, at that point, you're just hoping for a mistake. You're just hoping to get the ball over and praying they make a mistake.
Pretty rare from Todd and Jardim.
And they got away with one right there. Megan Fudge sped up again from that wrong position. But they get away with it right there as the ball goes wide here off the paddle of Parris Todd. But again, great hands in the middle right there. Great fighting. And now a 9-8 lead here for Fudge and Barr late in game number 3.
Sitting just 2 points away from what would be a really big moment for them as a duo to take down Todd and Jardim in this winner's bracket final. You can see a big crowd filling in here as we are officially in this 4th of July weekend. Wishing all of you a safe and happy holiday weekend.
Come back from the timeout. Second serve for Fudge and Barr. Huge point here. Try and put some pressure on. If they do get this point, could have a match point on their paddle, but a huge side out for Jardim and Todd too. So critical. here for both sides. Getting a little too big again, Chad.
Yeah, I mean, there's zero patience right now.
Match point opportunity here for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. Not on that one, though. Jardim and Todd ready to defend.
Perfect spot there for Jardim, splitting the difference in the middle.
So ball back on the side of Jardim and Todd.
Big finish on the forehand there from Susannah Barr, but it was about pressuring Jardim and she was still back. And it's a good ball there from Barr.
8-10-2. Strong angle from Megan Fudge on the overhead, out of the reach of Parris Todd.
I mean, you can feel the energy in here right now, sensing could be an upset here. 2 more opportunities for Fudge and Barr.
Barr with the match point on her paddle and straight into the net.
That's why you get 2. That's not why you get 2, but you do get 2.
So it's Megan Fudge now with the second serve here. 10-8-2. That ball too good from Simone Jardim, both in placement and in speed.
It was like deja vu last time going down the middle again.
And she puts a great pace on it too, to where it's not so slow they can get to it, but not so fast it can have the wind sort of pick it up and carry it out. Parris Todd calling that one out. Let's get another look at it here.
Oh my goodness,
No.
that ball
Wow.
6 inches in. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Wow.
Fudge pleading her case to Todd and Jardim, but
Wow.
take another look at it. Understand the frustration.
That ball
This
is
far.
that ball is
This far.
that ball is 6 inches inside the line.
So we're going to have a moment here on the court.
And again, neither and this is just to reiterate for everyone watching at home, none of these players are trying to do that. All 4 of these players on the court are great line callers. That ball was hit so hard and it going past, not past, but out of sight of Parris Todd, and she saw it out. Don't blame her, but again, it was, as you saw the replay, was in. And I think Simone Jardim is going to change the call to call it in.
So you can do that here on the APP Tour. Walk us through what just happened for those who might be new to the game. We know players are calling their own lines here. Why are we doing what we're doing now?
Well, I mean, there's not an agreement between both players as far as that ball was out. So Jardim didn't get a clear sight on it, so she overruled it and called that ball in.
Oh, what a read from Jardim. She's all over the speed up in the middle from Megan Fudge.
So it sets up another match point opportunity here. Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, 1 point away.
Confusion in the middle.
Yeah, confusion and a little bit too much spin off of that return from Todd. Really cut it. Had a ton of backspin and side spin. Oh, that ball's out. There's a little tentativeness right there on the side of Fudge and Barr as well.
So ball back on the side of Todd and Jardim, trailing 8-10. here in this decisive third game to decide who goes to the gold medal match.
Wow. Nice hands from Todd in that exchange. I thought they'll beat a couple of times.
Yeah, right there, that speed up from Susannah Barr. Great hands by Todd. Keep him in that point.
Really critical point here for Todd and Jardim, because now it ties us up at 10-all, which means must win by 2. So Todd with the serve, chance to take a lead here in game 3.
What a dig.
Wow. So much spin on that ball as well. It hung up there in the wind.
And so now for the first time in this game, it is Todd and Jardim with match point, on their paddle. Timeout called on the court.
Well, they have fought off 5 match points themselves and now battle all the way back and earn their first match point. They'll have at least one as they're on first server here in game 3.
Really quick in and out of the timeout for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. Like to get back on the court quickly here, because like you mentioned, this is a massive moment for Fudge and Barr to defend here. Simone Jardim and Parris Todd are just a relentless duo. They have taken home the gold at every APP Tour stop they have been on this season. And this is an opportunity to put themselves in contention for it yet again here in Newport Beach.
Oh, wow. I thought that drop was perfect off her paddle, and I think the wind just knocks it down a little bit.
So second match point opportunity.
Jardim down to a knee to get that last one.
Bit slow to get up.
Both Fudge and Barr coming to the net to see if she's all right.
So the ball does go back to Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, trailing 10-11. Take another look at it here.
This is just an absolute grind. When we talk about us being on ESPN Plus, this is an instant classic here.
Undoubtedly, because here we are, Fudge and Barr tying things up yet again in this game 3, but
that's not the shot she wants right there. That is, we haven't seen it all day, and she tries to do the two-hander right there. Oh, wow. And the counter.
Sitting all over that.
Sitting dead red. I think her paddle was up before the ball even came.
Hard to believe, hard to imagine that there are two teams who know each other better than these two. It sets up the 6th match point opportunity for Barr and Fudge.
Oh, my goodness. Just opportunities all over the place for both of these teams right now. What a grind by all 4 of these ladies.
11-12-2. Parris Todd with the second serve.
And all tied again here at 12. All I got to say is good luck, boys, in the winter bracket final topping this. Wow.
Parris Todd, 12-12-2.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
No.
Floated up off the paddle.
Sets up match point opportunity for Parris Todd and Simone Jardim. Todd with the serve.
Wow.
And that is how it ends. Simone Jardim and Parris Todd have made their way back to the gold medal match. So well tested by Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr, but the women's doubles queens are back to the gold medal match again. We will hear from them when we come back.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is presented by Franklin,
Vlasic,
and PowerPlate.
Match point for Parris Todd and Simone Jardim to punch their ticket to Championship Sunday. They had never lost a winner's bracket main draw game until today, and pushed to the limit by Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, but get the win they do. On to the gold medal match. They are standing by with Dominic Catalano.
All right, Simone Jardim, Parris Todd. I mean, my goodness. You take game one pretty handily. They come back, take game two pretty handily. And then game three, instant classic here. You fight off 6 match points. What's going through your head, Simone?
Nothing really. Just put the ball in play and make something happen. I felt like at the end, nobody won it. Not that everybody won it so badly that we all four were like hesitant. And of course, you make silly errors that you usually wouldn't. So at the end of the match, it's about executing those last few matches. And fortunately for us, it happened.
And then, Parris, in that game three, you hit a little bit of a funk. You get out of it at the end, and you come out on top. What's it like playing next to Simone with her behind you that whole time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fact that we can just rely on each other, especially in tight situations and tight circumstances, it just means everything, and that's what our partnership is about. And even, you know, in the third game when it's tight and we're down, we're like, we've been through this. We can come back, and we can do it again. So that's just the trust that we have in each other.
Well, it's a testament to you two. Again, another gold medal opportunity in Paris. You going for a triple crown here in Newport, your hometown. What's it mean for you?
Yeah, this is my hometown. This is where I grew up. So it's so nice to have friends and family here supporting me. So it would be really special for me to get that Triple Crown. So looking forward to it.
And shopping spree.
Oh, that's every day.
All right, well, congratulations, ladies. Moving on to that gold medal match. And next up, we have our men's winter bracket final here on Championship Court at the APP Newport Beach Open.